All right, welcome back to ZK1 Plays, and we're back again today with just a brief video because this morning there was a brand new Pokemon Presents online and presented some new stuff about Scarlet and Violet, which of course I'm very excited to play the DLC of, okay? And so I'm just going to go over what was revealed and kind of my takes on some things, and also we got the official release date, which is actually a month away now, which is very exciting for me. New Pokemon coming out in a month. It's a pretty fun time of year. So, yeah, let's get into it. First off, I'm going to read through this list of stuff here on Serebii. If you've never used this website, it's called Serebii.net. And it's a website that tracks so many different like Pokemon news things, as well as like Pokédexes and move dexes and just different things that you need if you play Pokemon. And so super fun. There's a lot of story stuff revealed. I'm not going to read through all of that, but this is interesting. Applin, which is the apple dragon Pokemon, is getting a new evolution called Dipplin. And I'll show you a picture here in a minute. I'm not a huge fan, but it looks all right. I guess we'll see. More of this information about the story, and then you can now reset IVs with Mochi, and there's going to be some new like ways to get Mochi to use it for actually giving your Pokemon IVs as well. So this will be interesting to see because we already have, like for those of you that play competitive Pokemon, we already have stat items that give certain amounts of stats to different Pokemon. And so how Mochi is going to fit into that is going to be interesting. Are they the new most powerful stat items, or are they going to be kind of in between? I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Also, just to mention this, in terms of the story and Mochi and ogres and all of these things, it kind of got my brain turning today as I was going. And so here's the like mythical or legendary Pokemon that's going to be in this first Teal Mask DLC. And you see it kind of has a cape and a mask. All of this is actually based off of real world kind of practices that happen. I found one that talks about Oni-like beings called Namahage. And but there are other practices like this in the world, but you can see they have festivals where they celebrate the Namahage and different people in the tribes. And now it's like not tribes, it's actually just a fun thing that people do in cities. But they dress up in long grass-made capes, and then the Oni masks or even ogre masks, kind of like what we see in this DLC. So if you want more information about, kind of what the story of this DLC is going to be, research the Namahage or research other types of ogre festivals that they have in the East, and I'm sure you'll get more information on kind of what is going to be going on in this thing. I thought it was interesting, though, just on this first Wikipedia page that I looked through here, there's a place where it talks about, let me see if I can find it. I can always just Control F. Yeah, check this out. According to the tradition, right, the Namahage would typically receive Mochi from the households that they visited, but newlyweds were supposed to play host in full formal attire and offer them sake and food and all this other stuff. But basically, Mochi being distributed to visitors and Mochi being given to the Namahage is part of this tradition, this festival in the real world. And so they're incorporating that by giving us these EV Mochi, which I just think is so on brand and funky and cool. And so I can't wait to kind of get into that and see what that's all about. Sorry to jump to the real world, but I just thought it was a really cool correlation that this is based on some real life stuff. Another new Pokemon, Archaludon, which I'll show you a picture of in a minute, is the evolution of Duraludon, and it looks pretty cool too. Duraludon is a Pokemon I really liked, but it wasn't like super powerful, and so it getting an evolution is going to be really, really neat. Yep, you can unlock new ways to fly on Koraidon and Miraidon. We already knew that. You can invite gym leaders to the academy for more battles and stuff like that. And there were more Paradox Pokemon revealed: Raging Bolt and Iron Crown. After stepping away from the game for a while, I'm a little bit over the Paradox forms, but I will say Raging Bolt caught my eye. It looks really cool. I'm an old Raikou fan as well, so maybe that's part of it, but I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute as well. More events coming up. What I mentioned earlier, the Teal Mask will release 1 month from next week, so September the 13th, 2023. That's something to get excited about, as well as some new abilities and moves that are coming out. Super Sweet Syrup is a new ability which lowers opponents' evasion. Syrup Bomb is a new move that lowers opponent's speed. Archaludon has a new move called Electroshot, which 2-turn move that raises his special attack. Yeah, so a lot of this is very, very interesting stuff. I guess we're going to have to see how it all plays out as we get there. But now I want to show you a few of these new Pokemon and kind of what they look like and what you can expect. And we still don't have like all the information about what these Pokemon are going to be. But just a reminder, if you missed it, this is the new Legendary Trio that's going to be in the Teal Mask, the first DLC that comes out next month. Munkidori, Okidogi, and Pheasantipiti, I think is what it's called. I'm calling it now. I think that the common typing here is going to be poison. I mean, you see the purple headband, purple scarf, and the purple shawl thing. And also, they all have the ability Toxic Chain. Makes me think it's going to be a poison trio, which I'd be okay with it. They look really, really cool. Interested to see kind of how they flesh out, because to me, none of them like stick out as like new favorite Pokemon material or anything. I do like Munkidori. I think he looks so mischievous and cute. The other two are all right as well. Here's Dipplin. Dipplin is, of course, the candied apple evolution of Applin. And if you didn't already know, Applin has a couple of other forms that he can evolve into. And this one might be my least favorite out of the three. It's kind of cute, but I don't know. To me, it looks a little derpy, and it doesn't really, grow or do anything new. So we'll see what happens with it. It's still grass and dragon type, which overall is a pretty weak typing. So we'll see. Archaludon. I don't know how you're going to say it, but you can see a little more information about it here and the design, which to me looks sick. Looks really, really cool. And then finally, Raging Bolt. This is the one I said caught my eye. It's kind of got a giraffe slash, what are they called? Long neck dinosaur, type of thing going on. And I really like it. I'm a big fan of Raikou, like I said. And so a new form kind of Raikou is really, really cool. Then we have the Cobalion thing, Iron Crown. It's just kind of a, metal robotic looking Cobalion. I kind of prefer the original myself. Here's the legendary I was mentioning earlier that looks like an ogre wearing the mask, just like the Namahage kind of thing. And then we have the next, this is going to be in the second DLC, so I haven't really tuned in too much, but it's called Terapagos, and it has a couple different forms. It looks like a really nifty mythical Pokemon, but not much more to say about it at this point. So yeah, new Pokemon, new moves being revealed this morning in a Pokemon Presents. That's exciting stuff. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very quick breakdown. If you want more information, feel free to go look it up on Serebii.net. I'll put the link in the description below because they're an incredible website, and I really, really love what they have going there. So yeah, look for more Pokemon content as the DLC gets closer to dropping. And of course, I'm going to be looking forward to shiny hunting again once the new DLC drops. And of course, we'll have more guides and all that coming out soon. So thank you so much for watching, and come back for the next video.